Hi, my name is Amanda Loftus from Conscious Change, and we are all about making change really simple for people. And so today I want to talk about a model that I have used for quite a number of years with individual change that works for a start. Secondly, it's really helpful for people who have made a lot of change in the past that hasn't worked, because this framework will give you the ability to go through and find out where your roadblocks are, where any barriers may exist to making that change stick long term. So the model is called ADKAR by PROSCI. So what that stands for is awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and reinforcement. And how it works is really easy actually. It's very basic, very simple. So awareness is around creating awareness for the change. You know, do you know what the awareness is? Is it change that you are driving yourself? So I have seen in the past for many years that people get a bit stuck here even at the very beginning, because they're making change that other people want for them. It's not change that they want for themselves. So that's really important that you are aware, I guess, inside is this change that you actually want yourself. And so that leads on to the next part of the framework, which is desire. So, you know, do you have the desire within you to make this change happen? And when you don't have the desire, it's going to be a lot harder to do, right? And that's often another area where people can fall down because they don't actually want to do it. And knowledge, which is the next stage. So what knowledge do you need to make this change successful? And so do you need to speak to a subject matter expert, somebody, you know, like for example, when people want to get fit or improve their health or nutrition, they'll go and see somebody that specializes in that area who can give them advice. So really think about, who do you need to talk to that will help give you the knowledge that you need to make this change successful. And then the ability, like applying the knowledge and the skills that you've learned. You know, do you have the ability to actually make this change happen? You know, and if you don't, how can you upskill yourself to actually be able to make the change? And then once you've made the change, reinforcing the change. So this is one single area in every organization that I've ever worked with on change. They always fall over in reinforcement. So people will always make the change, do things towards the change, and then they never reinforce the change. And so that is making a habit. Like, you know, what are you doing to form the habit? Are you regularly taking action with all of the things that you've learned about making this change? Are you doing the doing? And what are you doing within your environment as well to make sure that this change is going to stick? Because that's actually quite a critical part of change. It's making sure that you have the right environment. If you're going to make all these amazing changes and the environment that you're in is not going to support this, then that's going to be very hard to make it sustainable longer term. So really have a think about that. And another little tip actually with using this model is, if you've had change in the past that hasn't worked, you can actually run it through this model to see where the barriers have been, because there might be a really simple explanation as to why the change hasn't worked that you haven't thought of. So if you can, you know, apply ADKAR to past change that has failed or not worked, you might be able to find that single reason and you can give it another go. Because often, you know, it's not that it hasn't worked, it's just that there's something in the process in terms of how you've implemented it, which has been a barrier and caused a block there for it to not work. So, you know, you can give it another go. So those are my top tips. So it's 5 easy areas. Again, awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and reinforcement. If you apply that to any change that you're thinking about making, or change that hasn't worked for you, I'm sure that, you know, you'll definitely make it work. If you struggle and you find that this is really difficult, reach out to me, because I've got a lot of other tools that may help you. And if you liked this message and you want to share it with people, if you know someone that's finding it hard themselves, definitely share this with them. And yeah, I will give you some more tips coming up. So keep watching out for my videos. Thanks, bye.